Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I am your niche coach, Alicia Lester. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I truly appreciate you guys. And let me stop for a second and just say thank you to the followers and the viewers that I have so far. I truly appreciate it. I ask each and every last one of you to spread the word and tell someone, and you have. I just thank you just so everything can just continue to grow and keep going. Click subscribe, tell someone, share it to someone, tell a friend. I'm always speaking from experiences and, my own personal experience. And just always trying to find ways to connect with my viewers and let them know that you are not the only one. That is always the goal of each and every video, and that is to let everybody know that you are not the only one going through things, dealing with stuff. We all have our stuff, so it's just up to us to continue to get our shit together. That way we can continue to thrive and push and keep growing and glowing and going and everything else. Today, so there's a company called Rive. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's R-Y-V-E. It's amazing. So I found it on Amazon. I am actually in the process of creating a very similar look. They are affirmation, like reflective cards and things like that. But it really helps me with content when I am trying to reach all of my women. Some of my men too, but mainly all of my women. I never want to continue to talk about the same thing over and over again, although our lives intertwine and some things can't overlap. But I got these cards for myself, but when I got them, I couldn't keep them to myself. I had to let you guys know. I had to be able to share it with you guys. So I'm going to pull from the card and I'm going to speak on the topic. So hopefully you guys are all in here right now, listening, following, subscribing. Click subscribe, please. And so that way we can kind of get this thing going. So this first card, it says, am I following my dreams or procrastinating? Am I following my dreams or procrastinating? Are you? What are you doing? Are you right now following your dream or are you procrastinating? If you are following your dream right now, that is amazing. Keep going. Don't stop. You will get a few bumps in the road, but it's just to kind of slow you down just a little bit. Maybe there's some things that you need to gain. Maybe there's more knowledge that you need to take in. But by all means, keep going and do not stop. Okay, that's the main thing. That's the main goal, is for you to continue to push forward and keep doing what it is you need to do. That means that you are great at focusing, task management, time management, different things like that. So pushing forward like that is not always easy. Sometimes it's very hard, especially when life is happening. You have kids, you have a family, you have home, you have bills. Your children may have sports. You may have other things that you have to do. You have parents that need you. You have, all of that. So I know sometimes life gets in the way and it kind of puts a little speed bump. But as long as it's not a complete wall, you'll find your way over it, around it, through it, on top of it, just whatever. So keep going. For my procrastinators, I've been one of those before. If you are procrastinating right now, I want you to sit back and I want you to give me a good reason why. Because a lot of times getting up is probably more than half the battle. Sometimes it's kind of like going to the gym and procrastinating. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to lose this weight. I really need to do something with myself. I really got to get it together. Getting up off the couch is the hardest part. Sometimes that right there, once you get up and once you get there, you good. You hit it. You are knocking down your goals. You're doing what you need to do. You are doing extra squats, extra jumps, extra sit-ups, all of that. It's getting up off that couch that's the hard part. That's where the procrastination comes in at. You get on your phone. Now you're checking Facebook. Now your kids need you. Now you can't find your gym clothes. Now you can't find your shoes, or you can only find one shoe. You sit back down because you tell yourself you will get up later. It's just procrastination. That's all it is. And it's just something in here that's just saying, you don't feel like it. You don't want to go. You really don't want to do this. No, you really do. You really want to get up. Get on the edge of your seat and then just stand up the rest of the way. That way you can do what it is you need to go. Or I saw a young lady on social media, she wanted an accountability partner, but she wanted a person that could come and pick her up. Because that would be her motivation. You know, when your ride is outside, you got to grab your stuff and go. So if you can do that, that would be 10 times better. Having someone carpool from time to time. You know, girl, come pick me up. That way I know we'll get there on time. I know you outside. I'm not going to have you come all the way over here and waste your gas. Even if I am paying gas money, I still don't want to waste your time. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. There's so many different ways to do what's needed. So stop procrastinating. If it's a business you want to open, if it's a place you want to go see, a trip you would like to take, a book you would like to read, just get up. Get up and go do it. Get up and go find it. Get up and go, you know what I'm saying? Just get up. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure you are getting up and doing what it is you need to do. All right. The second one says, what am I avoiding just because the next step is uncomfortable? So what am I avoiding just because the next step is uncomfortable? Speaking for myself, I wrote one book. So I self-published both my books. So for those that don't know, I'm also an author. So go on Amazon and buy Life Behind the Chair by Alicia Lester. You can also purchase my children's book, Odabo Means Bye-Bye. So go check both of those out. Amazing reads. The first one is about my life. The second one is about my children and their Nigerian American life with their grandmother. So when it came to my third book, oh my gosh, I was procrastinating. I didn't know. I got all this in here, but I couldn't think of how to get it from in here onto the paper, onto the screen. And so I kept telling myself, oh, I need more content. I need more things to say. I need more stuff to talk about. I'm talking every single day. I talk so much constantly, but I couldn't think of anything to say, anything to put into these books. I couldn't figure out how to put it into words. I truly had writer's block, which is so crazy because I'm always writing on something. I'll write on you if I got a pen, you know, so I couldn't understand why I just kind of hit that wall like that. But it was almost as if I had became fearful of, you know, what if they don't like this book? What if they don't, you know, care for the title? What if they don't like the cover? What if they don't, you know what I'm saying? So I kept putting all this doubt inside of myself instead of just doing it. I didn't care if you liked the first cover. I didn't care if you liked the second cover. So why all of a sudden now am I allowing fear to come in and kind of fill up space, you know, take space in my life and, you know, in my mind and my heart and all that kind of stuff. So I had to get that up out of there. So even if the next step is uncomfortable, ooh, that's the best time to take it because it's uncomfortable. When you do shit when you're afraid, I promise you, you can almost conquer whatever you want to conquer. Think about when you have a whole lot of money. You have a whole lot of money. You're like, man, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know what I want to eat. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I want to buy. That's because you got the money. When you don't have the money, oh, you know exactly what you got a taste for. You know exactly where you want to go. You know exactly what you want to do. You know exactly where you want to be. That's because you're dreaming it. You're thinking about it. You're wishing it. You're hoping for it. So you know what it is that you want. So do it when you're afraid. I made some of my best decisions when I was afraid and when it was very, very uncomfortable. I made some of my best decisions. So what I did was, when I didn't have anything, I wrote down everything. And when I got something or some of what I needed, I went back to the drawing board. I found that paper that I wrote on, and I was able to follow the steps that I needed to take to get to where I needed to be. So even though it's uncomfortable, that's okay. Uncomfortable is good. Things that are too comfortable, that shit too easy. You don't want that. Let's see. How can I free up more? How can I free up time to do more of the things I truly enjoy? How can I free up time to do more things that I truly enjoy? If you truly enjoy things like she was doing yoga. I enjoy yoga. I haven't found a yoga studio out here where I'm at, but I would like to do more of that. So what I do is I create a time study for myself. I know when I'm making the videos for YouTube. I know when I am studying for my real estate exam. I know when I am, you know, studying in my other classes. I know when I got to get the kids. I know when I got to make sure that the home is prepared for, you know, my family to come home. I know when I got, you know what I'm saying? And I do that because I have goals that I'm trying to meet. I have things that I'm trying to knock down. I make sure I schedule things between my coaching. That way I never interrupt any of my clients' sessions. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that I create a time study so I can get these things done. And the days that I am not simply doing some of these things, that's when I'm able to get in yoga if that's what I want to do. Or, you know, just certain things. It's just certain things that I'm able to do. Give me one moment. Do not disturb. Okay. Do not disturb. So I think that those things are very, very important. And that boy threw me off my track. My son did. He was giving me a call. So again, continue to free up time to do things that you truly, truly enjoy, because it will make everything so much easier for you in the long run. It will really, really help you kind of stay grounded and knock down some of those things. Let's see. Am I overcoming my flaws or simply tolerating them? Am I overcoming my flaws or simply tolerating them? Speaking for myself, because I can't hear y'all. Am I overcoming my flaws? Yes, I am. I am absolutely overcoming my flaws. But I remember a time when I was just tolerating them. I had a lot of flaws. There were a lot of things. And my flaws may be different from your flaws. My flaws may be cosmetic. They may be some emotional flaws that I have, maybe some social flaws that I have. You know what I'm saying? Yours may be something different. But for me, speaking on the surface, I tolerated having a million moles on my face for so many years. I just tolerated it, which means tolerating is that I hate it, but I just have to deal with it. Like I just have to deal with it. But a lot of that stemmed from insecurities that I'd had just about me, period, my complexion and my life and all kinds of things. In a way, the way I thought people viewed me. So it was stemming from something different. It was way deeper than the actual moles themselves. I had some in here kind of issues. I had some in here kind of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tolerating these moles. So finally I get to a place where I figure out how I can get them removed. And so now I'm going, I'm getting them removed. It seemed like every time they removed one, two came back. I removed 2 to 10, 15 to 20 started, you know what I'm saying? It's little small moles that kept coming. And one day I was like, you know what? Girl, embrace them. With all you can't touch up with a little bit of makeup or something like that, embrace them. Embrace them because they're yours and clearly they're not going away. And they're a part of you that God created. You know what I'm saying? He created them. So if you can like them, you can love them. Like you just can. If you can like them, you can love them. And so I was like, okay. And I've always had them. So trying to alter something that I always had, I was like, forget it. And I got real close up in the mirror one day and I was just like, I got to counting. I said, you know what? They mine. And no one else has to like them or love them or live with them except for me. And so I went from tolerating them to overcoming. You know what I'm saying? I just did. That was just me. Social flaws. I had to realize that you can't always insert yourself. Not in every situation. Some people don't want you to talk back. Some people just want you to listen. So I had to realize that becoming a listener, an even better listener, was one of the main things. I already listened very, very well. The thing is, I would listen and then I would give my input. And then I would give but they didn't want my. You know what I'm saying? So everybody doesn't want that. So you have to understand and learn when to and when not to insert yourself. I'm always telling a joke or saying something funny or something like that. But I had to realize that sometimes people don't want that. They just want you to listen to what they got to say. And you have to respect that because you're invading into their situation. So you have to realize that. What other flaws? Emotional flaws. Oh my gosh, emotional flaws. So nonchalant. So I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so can leave it all at the door. Now, while I still can leave it all at the door, I have to realize that sometimes my actions can affect other people's reaction. So sometimes when I don't care and I'm not, I'm so unbothered, somebody else, it's not that they want me to be bothered, it's that they want me to be excited. They want me to be like, oh my gosh, you know, my husband like, okay, we're going out of town. I'm like, all right. You're not excited? You know, it's out of town. You know what I'm saying? But then I would notice that he would just kind of be like, you know, whatever. And that wasn't him. I liked the excitement in him though. But I was kind of putting that light out because I was so like, whatever. You know, and that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. So I had to realize that sometimes my flaw, my emotional flaw, can appear to be a Debbie Downer to somebody else. And I never want to be a Debbie Downer at all. Not even a little bit. Let's see. Ooh-wee. Am I confident and stand up for what I believe in? Am I confident? And do I stand up for what I believe in? Yes. Have I always? No. So I have not always been confident, and I have not always stood up for what I believed in. I can be very transparent here because it's my space and it's my, you know, it's my spot. Of course, we've talked about confidence so many times. No, I have not always had the confidence that I needed. Now, just because I can walk in a room or walk in a bar or walk in a space and not need anybody, not need a group of people, it doesn't mean that I was the most confident person. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can stand alone. I don't have a problem with that. But my confidence level hasn't always been what I think it should have been or what I've needed it to be. When you think in terms of standing up for what I believe in, if I see you and your boyfriend arguing, it's getting pretty heated, will I stand up to help you out? No. Well, there used to be a time I wouldn't at all, and I probably would go the other way, and then whatever happened, that's just what it was. But now, I've gained a little bit more confidence to know, no, that's not my situation. But it looks like it needs some type of attention. So I've gained the confidence enough to where I can call authorities for you, but I will never insert myself into your domestic situation. You know why? Because this might be y'all thing, and y'all might like this type toxic shit, and something may happen. I may get hurt. Other people may get hurt. All because, and then you still love them, or you still want to be with them, or you still want to be there. So I never insert myself in domestic situations. If it's getting too heated, I'll call authorities. I'll let them know where the situation is at. I'll pray and I'll go on about my business, because domestic situations are very, very volatile, and they can cause some serious issues. So although I'm not a fan of domestic violence, I don't believe in it. I don't think anyone should put their hands on absolutely anyone. I will not die for you, though. I won't do that. You're not my children. You're not my husband. You're not my, you know what I'm saying? So I won't do that, but I will help. So I have gained the confidence to be able to say, look, I'm just going to call the authorities. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell you I'm going to call. I'm just going to call as I'm driving by or as I'm walking past or whatever it is, because honey, what he won't do is hit me and you. Not going to happen. But I will. I will make sure that help is received. Political issues. I do not play in politics. I don't do anything. I'm a registered voter. I do vote. Who I vote for is my business. I don't try to sway other people's decisions. I don't try to drag other people to the poll with me. You know what your duties are, whether you want to do it or not. That's your business. I don't care. I do believe that I serve a God that will supply everything that we need. I truly believe that, but I also obey the laws of the land, and I do, you know what I'm saying? I do my part. When it comes to things like police brutality and all that kind of stuff, I'll record for you. I will reach out to authorities to help. I'll call your mom. I'll call your family. I will let it be known. I can even go live for you. Like, I can do all of those things. But again, I will not insert myself because I still have a family and things that I have to take care of. And I will not die, or I will not become hurt because I am inserting myself in a situation that did not begin with me. I know other people may feel differently about that, but I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm not. But I do believe that awareness needs to be brought to all of those situations and all of that. So you never really hear me speak on those things. It doesn't mean that I don't care. It just means that I don't have to project it out there to know how I feel about it in the inside. I am Black every single day of my life. I have been Black for 40 years, almost 41 years. So I know and I understand, and I'll never act like it doesn't exist and that it's not there. But I will not be the hometown hero and insert myself when I can simply gather information and help and all of that. You know, that's just me. Again, everybody might be different, but I respect everybody's decision and the way and everybody's stance on any issue. So I do stand up for what I believe in. It just has to be within reason for me, because I have children and I have grandchildren and a family that I have to pay attention to as well. Let me see. Am I truly at peace with my past? Ooh-wee. That's a big one. Am I truly at peace with my past? Yeah. The reason I can say yeah is because I wrote a book about my past, a hurting part of my past. I mean, a deep, deep hurting part of my past. And I wrote a book about it because I needed people to understand, and I couldn't be selfish and keep it to myself. There's no way in the world I was allowed to go through all of those things and through all of those situations just to keep it to myself. That's not what it was for. I went through those things so I could have a testimony when I came out of those things. And so my testimony was in my first book that's available on Amazon. Click and buy. That was my testimony. I needed those things to be able to, it was like somebody put two weapons in my hand. And it was like, you can't hurt me because I can defend myself with my words. You can't hurt me with my words because I've already lived it. I've already left it. You know what I'm saying? So I've already gotten to a place where I understand what it is that I need to do to get past these mountains and get past these hurdles. I can see hurt coming. I can see pain coming. I can see, you know what I'm saying? I can see abuse coming. I can see some of these things coming. Don't get me wrong. Now, sometimes you get blindsided and sometimes things can fly right over your head. But for the most part, when you have healed from certain things, you can identify. You can see when some of these things are coming your way. Don't get me wrong, honey. It's some slick people in the world. It is some slick situations that you might find yourself into where you're like, oh, they almost had me. They almost got me. You know, but overall, once you've healed from it, and when I say healed from it, that means when somebody say, well, you a hoe. Girl, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Well, you was knocked up at 15. Boy, bye. Well, you were molested. Did I die? And I say, did I die? Because I'll never give that person, I'll never give that monster the satisfaction of killing me emotionally, killing me mentally. You already took something physically from me, but you will not get a chance to live up in here any longer. You will not. So yeah, okay. And I survived, and I'm still surviving, and I'm still thriving, and I'm still going, and I'm still pushing, and I'll protect any child that come in my path from a monster like that. So those things don't give me that itch anymore. Those things don't give me, you can't take that power from me anymore. Well, you was promiscuous, and you was doing this, and you was doing that, and you was, child, I don't give a shit. So what? Does your husband know that you had an abortion before you met him? Key words before I met him. Hell yeah. Honey, if I could tell the world, you know damn well I told him first. My choice, my life, my decisions, things that I have to deal with. I gotta take responsibility for those things. When he get to heaven, ain't nobody gonna ask my husband about my goddamn abortions. They ain't gonna ask him shit. He ain't had nothing to do with him. That's something I have to take. That's something I have to hold and carry with me. You don't know how I feel about it, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. And I ain't gonna say I feel bad about it. I did what I felt was best for my life at that time. You try to do the same, and you have a great day. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that you just heal from. Those are things that it's like, okay, cheated on, lied to, disrespected, mistreated, all that kind of stuff. Well, he cheated on you too, and he did. And he did it very, very well. He did. All right. Happy Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just cannot allow people you ain't blowing out my light. I don't give a damn. You're not going to blow out my light. So, am I truly at peace with my past? I am so at peace with it. I am so at peace with it because I'm still here. Well, you tried to commit suicide. I did. And guess what? Ain't even work. You know what I mean? I'm still here and I'm giving you all this goodness, and I'm going to continue to, because there's somebody in the world that's just like me. There's somebody in the world that's going through things just like me. And it's all right. And we're going to be okay. Whew. What do I love the most about myself? What do I love the most about myself? My sense of humor. Child, I can make a joke out of everything. I can find funny in absolutely everything. I can find something funny in grief, I can find something in everything. I can find something funny in absolutely everything except cruelty to people, animals, and abuse and things like that. But other than that, child, I can find a funny in everything. Woo. One thing I could do daily to raise my sense of fulfillment. Ooh-wee. One thing I can do daily to raise my sense of fulfillment. Sense of fulfillment. I don't know. That's a very, very good question. The first thing that came to the top of my head was sit down as a family for dinner, because that is something that we do not do. We don't sit together. We're in the same area, but we don't sit together. And I think that card was amazing, because for that to be placed boop right up on me like that, that is something that I need to work on. I absolutely need to work on. My thing is, child, we all eating. I can see y'all, everybody good. There's always extras. Okay, but shouting across the room, how was your day? I probably should work on that. I am. And real quick, am I achieving goals that I've set for myself? Yes, because I know what it's like to become stagnant. I know what it's like to just become so paralyzed and standing there so still, and you just don't know what you can and cannot do. Let me let you in on something real quick. So right now I'm in Facebook jail, which is really what prompted the YouTube channel. Because I need to talk. So I'm in Facebook jail. And you'd be so surprised when you don't have anything, what you can come up with. And I realized that all of my content and things that I say and things that I post, it might be funny stuff, but it's so much better when you could just hear it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to hear what I'm saying. Reading it be one thing, but child, when you hear it, it's something completely different. And so I set a goal. I set a goal to knock out X amount of videos each day, to keep giving things to you guys, to keep talking and keep sharing and keep loving on you all. You'll never come in here and see a negative post and see a negative video. You will never see that, because I'm not giving y'all that. And I'm not about to waste y'all goddamn day like that. I'm not going to do that at all. If I can't fill it with goodness and positivity and all emotional support and all of that, I don't need to be talking to y'all at all, child. Sometimes people just get these videos and they take this position and they do all kinds of stuff because they know that someone will listen. If you don't want to listen to goodness, tune out. Go somewhere else. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. It'll be okay. I'll just come back with something else, different, but good. So yes, I'm achieving the goals that I set for myself. Now, are you? So are you achieving the goals that you set for yourself? What is the one thing you can do daily to raise your sense of fulfillment? What do you love the most about yourself? Are you truly at peace with your past? Are you confident enough to stand up for what you believe in? Are you overcoming your flaws or just simply tolerating them? How can you free up time to do the things that you truly enjoy? What are you avoiding because the next step is so uncomfortable? And are you following your dreams or are you procrastinating? Think about each of those things. Oh, child, I got a whole book of cards, so the next video, we'll keep it going. But think about those things right now and ask yourself the questions. You have to do the work. I always tell my coaching clients, you have to do the work. I can get you there, but I can't make you do the work. My job is to make you realize and help you navigate through these things that you are seeing for yourself. I can't do the work for you because I'm not you. So you have to make sure that you are very, very present in what you are feeling, what you are going through, and you have to be willing to make a change and take the steps that you need to take. I thank you all for tuning in. I'm your niche coach, Alicia Lester. So while I gather the rest of these cards for the next video, I need y'all to get y'all shit together. I appreciate you all. I thank you. Click subscribe. Hit me up on all social media. Alicia Lester Bryma, that's my main page. Niche Coach on Facebook. Niche Coach on Instagram. And author Alicia Lester on Instagram as well. I'm even on Twitter. I just can't remember my Twitter handle. But I will have that for you when you get back. Thank you and have a great day.